Well, we turn now to the investigation into the assassination attempt on Trump over the weekend. Details are still emerging about the 20-year-old suspect in the shooting. ABC's Allison Cossack has more.
This morning, authorities are piecing together a profile of the man suspected of taking aim at former President Trump, 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks, as they try to find the motive.
Obviously, something triggered this lad, and he committed this horrible act. And he may or may not have talked to anybody.
Crooks is from Bethel Park, Pennsylvania, a suburb of Pittsburgh. He was a registered Republican who would have been eligible to vote for the first time this year. He had no known history of mental illness. Crooks worked in a nursing home as a dietary aide and graduated high school in 2022, where students say he was smart, liked computers, and was a loner. Investigators confirming they believe this image shows him in high school in April 2022.
He was always bullied every day. He was just an outcast.
He is starting to appear like he fits a pretty common pattern here of individuals that apparently he was bullied when he was younger. And those types of humiliation experiences, those grievances, when you combine it with an online environment that's going to feed the grievance and suggest that violence might solve the problem, often results in these mass attacks.
While in high school, Crooks was rejected from the rifle team in part for being a bad shot, but did become a member of a local shooting club. Records show he had no military experience. His neighbors, stunned that the suspected would-be assassin lived among them.
How sad for his parents.
You just never really know somebody at all anymore, and it's kind of shocking.
Investigators are now trying to search Crooks' phone, looking for any misinformation he may have been consuming and whether it played any role. The FBI says it's confident Crooks acted alone, but they don't know why he acted at all. He wasn't on their radar, he has no criminal record, and what they've seen so far of his digital history offers no useful clues as to why he would do this. Allison Cossack, ABC News, New York.
Well, let's take a look now at the assassinations that have shaped American history. The first, Abraham Lincoln, then James Garfield and William McKinley. Of course, we know JFK in the 60s and his brother RFK, who was running for president. In terms of attempted assassinations, Theodore Roosevelt survived an attempt, as did his fifth cousin, Franklin D. Roosevelt, in 1933. Alabama Governor George Wallace, who was running for president, Gerald Ford twice in the 70s, and Ronald Reagan, George W. Bush, in 2005, and now Donald Trump. And the assassination attempt and the reaction to it from both sides of the political aisle has people wondering if we could see a shift in the bitter political climate that's gripped the country for years. ABC's Rhiannon Alley takes a look.
Violence has never been the answer. Whether it's with members of Congress of both parties being targeted and shot, or a violent mob attacking the Capitol on January 6th.
President Biden last night called on Americans to turn down the political temperature. The president referencing several frightening incidents since the January 6th attack on the Capitol, including the plot to kidnap Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer and the attack on former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's husband.
Over the past 10 years, we've seen nearly a doubling in threats to public officials at all levels of government.
Elizabeth Newman worked in the Homeland Security Department. She says inflammatory rhetoric is helping fuel the violence.
We really need to get back to reasserting norms that embrace peaceful dialogue, respectful dialogue, and also not be afraid to disagree.
Since Saturday's attack, disturbing examples of divisive political speech quickly surfaced online. Mississippi Congressman Benny Thompson terminated a staffer after she posted on Facebook that the gunman at the Trump rally needed some shooting lessons. Earlier this year, Thompson introduced a bill that would have terminated Secret Service protections for felons. It did not pass.
We are an angry, divided nation, and that anger and division has become intertwined in our political discourse.
There are indications Saturday's tragedy could be a turning point. Former First Lady Melania Trump thanking those who have reached out beyond the political divide to send their family support. Others are looking to the past as they hope for a better future.
It's going to take strong leadership to turn this ship of vitriol around. I remember back when I was in high school, America was in a very bad state. And then along came Ronald Reagan, and everyone thought he was going to start World War III. And he turned out to be a great leader for all Americans. And we need that again right now.
Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
Experts say one problem in today's society is not enough people getting out in their communities, engaging with people face to face.